go get them again.
Welcome back to the Robezoid channel. I'm your host, Mark, and on the docket today we have an unboxing first impression video on the brand of Amouroud, and this one is called Miel Sauvage, a honey-based fragrance. I just introduced this brand to my channel a few weeks ago, and we're now on to our second sniff of the brand already. This one was on my to sniff list because of the name. I absolutely love honey-based fragrances, and if you got note breakdowns that have darker notes with the honey, all the better. So let's see what kind of honey-based fragrance we get here. And with the name, I would say like maybe it's not a typical honey-based fragrance that we're used to. So we'll see. Like, is it going to be one in the wild, right? Honey in the wild is a little different than the honey that you get in your cupboard. So let's sniff this one out. Before we get into anything, have you subscribed yet? What are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, much appreciated. To my returnees, welcome back. Love you all. Thank you so much for the support. Much love to all of you. Let's take a look at the note breakdown, and this is what well, it didn't sell me on again, this is a Fragflex return haul, so it's a returned product that's going to be decanted right after this video. But what sold me on this is, first of all, the name. There's honey in here, but the surrounding notes are interesting. Red pepper, that's interesting. Oud, that's interesting. Incense, tonka bean. So it's a lot of interesting notes that surround the honey. Now, is the honey going to be primary? We don't know about volumes yet, so we're going to get into that. This was released back in 2016. If we start looking at pricing, this one retails off their website at $320 USD. Ouch. That's expensive. Anything over $300 is in the premium as far as price tag goes. It is $109 on Fragflex. Actually, they even have testers of this stuff for $89. Imagine that. In a tester, depending, right? This is what it's going to look like. You're not going to get this. You're not going to get this fancy bag. Maybe you will. You probably won't. You may get a cap. You may not. You may just get this. But for 89 bucks versus, what was it, 320? You really need the cap, the box, and the pouch. I don't know. So very heavy presentation. Miel Sauvage. So let's sniff this one. Let's see what we get. Very good atomizer, almost like a little laser there. Let's sniff this one. Oh yeah, honey. Yep. But it's floral. What's the floral? Jasmine, eh? White floral. Yeah. Okay. And there's some darkness glooming behind the scenes. I don't know what that is yet, but it's dark. There's definitely jasmine in here with the honey and some woods, so the sandalwood. But there's something else that's kind of dark and gloomy behind it. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting release. Not $300 worth. No. What you come to expect with a honey-based fragrance is warmth and comfort, and you're getting it here. It lacks the three-dimensional aspects that a honey note would give you. A typical honey note in a perfume, especially a high-end niche one. This is more balanced with the other notes, especially that jasmine. But it kind of brings you to honey in nature, where obviously you're thinking about the bee going to a flower petal and extracting that and kind of smelling the natural honey instead of the honey that's in your cupboard, which I said in the opening actually, which is interesting. It's sweet. It's stickily sweet, like it's sticky. It has a little bit of a fruity touch. Now there's oud, incense, and patchouli in here. Don't expect three-dimensional notes out of those three. It's more of a woody backbone. There's definitely a woody backbone in here. I got the sandalwood early, but I'm getting woods here. It's not a descript sandalwood. Oud, don't expect anything funky, nothing crazy, not even honestly anything oud, like it's not even a westernized oud, it's just a wood. So wood, honey, jasmine, those are your major facets. It's okay. It's interesting. I like it, but I don't love it. It's one of those that I thought it was going to be the standout of the brand. It still can be. I think it's very solid. It's definitely not 320 USD as far as retail on their website. However, if you start looking, pretty sure these were used to be 200 bucks. Again, but 89 for a tester at Fragflex. Now you're talking. It's not bad. It's not bad. So at the end of the day, it's not the standout that I was expecting. When I put things in my sniff list, when I'm looking at the note breakdown, and again, this is a brand that I don't know much about, so fair enough. It's very solid. It's not $300 good. It definitely isn't. And if you're looking for your typical honey in a niche fragrance, with a lot of facets, like honey can be very interesting as a note. I don't think this is it. This is straight up sticky sweetness. It's good, but there's no three dimension to it. And it's attached to a jasmine, which is turning more primary the longer it's on my skin. Yeah, so those two are just going together. There's a little bit of woody facets. I didn't get any of the red pepper. None of the incense. There's something gloomy in the background, but it's nondescript. Like I can't just say, hey, there's smoky incense. No, I can't. So this one is available at Fragflex, as I said in the introduction. You can get this in full retail, which is $109 on Fragflex. And then there's testers for $89 as of today's video. So you can check them out. You can use my code to get 10% off, which is TFG10. You get 10% off site-wide. So it's not just this particular release. You can do it on anything on that code on the website. You can buy as much as you want, little as you want. You can use that code several times. There's no expiry on the code, so you can come back months later and still use it again. It's a great code to have in your back pocket. Now that you heard my take, I'd love to see yours in the comments below. What do you think of Miel Sauvage by Amouroud? A very solid one from the brand, which makes you want to delve more into the brand, but it's not one of those that I was just like, wow, I need decants of other scents from the brand. If they stumble upon my fragrance room through Fragflex, I will give you videos, but other than that, the two scents that I've delved into this brand, I think they're part of the Free Bottle Brigade, like when they first started. I don't think they're doing it that much anymore. It's one of those brands that's like, whatever. I honestly, I'm not going to be searching out for any of these. This one's okay. I would get a partial of this if I could at some point, but other than that, not a big fan of this brand. This one's interesting a little bit. So I'd like to see the comments, good, bad, and the ugly, right? You can co-sign me. You can go across the board, say you love this stuff. It's amazing. Love it. The comments are free for all in some parts. And as always, a great pour fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one.